a head that makes up 1/3 of its body. At first glance, the sperm whale looks almost unreal. Its body stretches more than 15 meters through the ocean. But what captures attention immediately is something strange about its proportions. Nearly 1/3 of the entire animal is head. No other living creature carries such an enormous skull relative to its body. In an adult male sperm whale, the head alone can measure over 5 meters long, longer than many sharks and nearly the size of a small car. From an evolutionary perspective, such a large head might seem inefficient. But for sperm whales, this massive structure houses one of the most sophisticated sonar systems in the animal kingdom. Large heads are expensive. They require more energy to grow, more oxygen to maintain, and they make swimming through dense seawater more difficult. Most animals evolve toward efficiency, yet the sperm whale did the opposite. Its species name, Physeter macrocephalus, literally means big-headed whale. And that enormous head is not just bone. It is filled with one of the strangest biological structures on Earth. Inside lies a massive chamber known as the spermaceti organ. This organ can hold nearly 2,000 liters of wax-like oil, making it one of the largest specialized organs in the animal kingdom. In some adult males, the structure weighs several tons. For centuries, humans had no idea why it existed. Early whalers believed the strange, milky substance inside the head was whale sperm, which is where the animal's name came from. But modern science revealed something far more fascinating. The spermaceti organ is part of a powerful biological sonar system. Unlike humans, sperm whales hunt in the deepest parts of the ocean where sunlight never reaches. To navigate this darkness, they produce extremely intense clicking sounds that travel through the water and bounce off objects around them. These echoes allow the whale to see its surroundings with sound. And the enormous head acts like an acoustic lens. The waxy spermaceti material helps focus and amplify the whale's sonar clicks, creating some of the most powerful biological sounds ever recorded in the ocean. In other words, that giant head is not a flaw. It is an evolutionary weapon. Some scientists even believe the structure may serve a second purpose. The internal tissues of the sperm whale's forehead may function as a shock-absorbing battering ram, potentially used during aggressive encounters between males. A skull designed not just for sound, but possibly for impact. When viewed this way, the sperm whale's strange anatomy begins to make sense. That enormous head is not excess weight. It is a highly specialized biological machine, part sonar system, part sensory organ, and possibly part weapon. And it allows the sperm whale to dominate a world where almost no other predator can survive. The deeper scientists study these animals, the clearer one thing becomes. Nothing about the sperm whale should work. Yet somehow, every strange feature of its body has been refined by millions of years of evolution into one of the most extraordinary predators on Earth. And this giant head is only the beginning of its mysteries. The loudest biological sound on Earth. In the darkness of the deep ocean, sight becomes useless. Sunlight disappears after just a few hundred meters, leaving an environment where eyes can no longer guide predators toward their prey. Yet sperm whales hunt here with remarkable precision. Their secret is not vision, it is sound. The sperm whale produces a series of rapid, powerful clicks that travel through the ocean like pulses of energy. These clicks bounce off objects in the water and return as echoes, allowing the whale to construct a detailed acoustic image of its surroundings. This process is known as echolocation. Many animals use echolocation, bats, dolphins, and some species of birds, but none of them approach the sheer power of the sperm whale. The clicks produced by a sperm whale can reach over 230 decibels, making them the loudest biological sound ever recorded from a living animal. According to marine biologists, this is louder than a jet engine at takeoff and powerful enough to travel for kilometers through seawater. Scientists studying these whales have discovered that each click is generated deep within the whale's massive head. Air is forced through specialized structures called phonic lips, producing a sharp acoustic pulse. That sound then passes through the huge spermaceti organ, which acts like an acoustic lens, focusing the sound into a highly directional beam. The sound is further shaped by a structure known as the junk, a series of fatty compartments in the whale's head that help concentrate the acoustic beam. The result is something astonishing, a biological sonar system capable of scanning the dark ocean with incredible detail. When a sperm whale searches for prey, it begins producing slow clicks, sweeping the water around it like a radar. Once it detects a potential target, often a squid hiding hundreds of meters below, it shifts to rapid bursts of sound called creaks. These bursts are like the final targeting system of a missile. With each returning echo, the whale refines its understanding of the prey's distance, size, and movement. Within seconds, the hunter closes in. But the sheer power of these clicks has puzzled scientists for decades. Why must they be so loud? Part of the answer lies in distance. Sperm whales can dive deeper than 2,000 meters while hunting, and sound weakens as it travels through water. Powerful clicks allow the whale's sonar to reach far into the darkness and still return a detectable echo. Yet there may be another reason. Some researchers suggest that the intensity of these clicks may actually stun or disorient prey, particularly squid, giving the whale an advantage in the final moments of the hunt. While this theory remains debated, experiments have shown that the acoustic pressure from sperm whale clicks can be extremely intense at close range. Either way, the effect is extraordinary. In a place where light cannot exist, the sperm whale has evolved the ability to dominate the ocean with sound. Each click is more than a noise. It is a probe sent into the darkness, a signal searching for life. And somewhere in the black water below, a squid may hear that signal coming, long before it ever sees the predator. Hunts giant squid in complete darkness. Far below the sunlit surface of the ocean lies a world where sight no longer matters. Beyond a depth of about 1,000 meters, sunlight disappears entirely. This region, known as the Midnight Zone, is a place of permanent darkness. Temperatures hover just above freezing, and the pressure can exceed 100 times what humans experience at the surface. To most animals, this environment would be impossible to navigate. Yet sperm whales descend into this darkness almost every day. They are among the deepest diving mammals on Earth. A typical hunting dive can reach depths of 1,000 to 2,000 meters and last more than an hour, pushing the limits of mammalian physiology. To survive such extreme dives, sperm whales have remarkable physiological adaptations. Their blood and muscles store unusually high concentrations of oxygen-binding proteins, allowing them to hold their breath far longer than most mammals. Some recorded dives have reached nearly 3,000 meters, plunging into depths where almost no sunlight has ever penetrated. But the real mystery is not the depth. It is the prey waiting there. Hidden in the darkness are giant squid, elusive predators with enormous eyes, long feeding tentacles, and bodies that can grow over 10 meters long. These animals are so rarely observed that for centuries they were considered little more than legends of the sea. Yet sperm whales hunt them regularly. Scientists first realized this from the scars covering the whales' bodies. Many adult sperm whales bear circular marks along their heads and flanks, perfectly shaped impressions from the suckers of giant squid tentacles. These scars tell the story of violent encounters taking place thousands of meters below the surface. The hunt begins in silence. As the whale descends into the darkness, it activates its powerful echolocation system, sending out rapid clicks that sweep through the water like pulses of radar. Each sound wave travels through the deep ocean until it strikes an object and returns as an echo. From these echoes, the whale constructs a detailed acoustic image of its surroundings. Somewhere ahead, a squid moves through the darkness. When the whale detects its prey, the clicking accelerates into a rapid series of bursts known as creaks. These signals provide extremely precise information about the target's distance and movement. The chase begins. Giant squid are formidable opponents. They can propel themselves rapidly through the water using jet propulsion and defend themselves with powerful tentacles lined with suction cups and sharp hooks. But in the vast darkness of the deep ocean, the sperm whale has one decisive advantage. It can see with sound. Closing the distance rapidly, the whale lunges forward and opens its massive jaws. Rows of conical teeth snap shut around the squid's body, ending the struggle in seconds. What happens during these battles is rarely witnessed by humans. The depths where they occur are too dark and too remote for most submersibles to reach. Yet the evidence is undeniable. Deep scars on whale skin, squid beaks found inside whale stomachs, and acoustic recordings of intense hunting clicks echoing through the midnight ocean. Together, they reveal one of the most dramatic predator-prey relationships on Earth. In the darkest waters of the planet, far beyond the reach of sunlight, two giants collide. One hunting with sound, the other fighting with tentacles. And for millions of years, the sperm whale has remained the undisputed ruler of this hidden battlefield. Possesses complex social structures and communication. For centuries, humans believed whales were solitary giants drifting through the oceans. But modern research has revealed something far more remarkable. Sperm whales live in societies, and those societies are astonishingly complex. Unlike many large predators, sperm whales do not spend their lives alone. Females and their young form long-lasting family groups, often called pods, that can remain together for decades. These groups are usually led by an experienced female, what scientists call a matriarch, who guides the pod through the ocean and helps younger whales survive. Within these families, cooperation is essential. When danger approaches, the whales gather together in defensive formations. One of the most famous is known as the Marguerite Formation. In this strategy, adult whales form a circle with their heads inward and their powerful tails facing outward, creating a protective barrier around calves in the center. It is a coordinated response, one that requires communication, and sperm whales communicate constantly. Instead of songs like humpback whales, sperm whales produce patterned sequences of clicks, known as codas. These clicks are not used for hunting. They are used to talk. Each coda consists of a specific rhythm of clicks. Some are short and simple. Others are complex patterns that repeat across entire groups of whales. Researchers studying these sounds have discovered something surprising. Different groups of sperm whales have distinct dialects. Pods living in the same region may produce completely different click patterns, almost like accents in human language. These dialects are learned and shared within families, passed from mothers to calves as they grow. In other words, sperm whales may possess something resembling culture. Scientists refer to these groups as clans. Each clan has its own communication style, hunting strategies, and social behaviors. Even when different clans share the same ocean territory, they rarely mix. They recognize each other by sound. Recent studies using underwater recording systems have revealed just how structured these communications can be. Some codas appear to function as identity signals, announcing the presence of a particular whale or group. Others may coordinate movement, maintain social bonds, or signal changes in behavior. The more researchers listen, the clearer it becomes that these clicks are not random noise. They are part of a sophisticated communication system still largely undeciphered. Recent studies using machine learning have even suggested that sperm whale codas may follow structured patterns similar to elements of language. What makes this even more extraordinary is the scale of these societies. Sperm whales can live for more than 70 years, and the bonds within pods may last for most of that time. Generations of whales grow up together, sharing knowledge of feeding grounds, migration routes, and survival strategies. It is a form of social learning rarely seen outside of humans and a few highly intelligent animals. Beneath the ocean's surface, far beyond our view, entire whale societies move through the deep. families communicating in rhythmic cliques, clans passing down traditions across generations, and every new recording reminds scientists of a humbling truth. We are only beginning to understand the language of the largest predators on Earth. The more scientists study sperm whales, the clearer one thing becomes. These animals are not only powerful predators of the deep, they are among the most intelligent and complex creatures in the ocean.